Assalamu alaikum. This is Btv Chattogram welcoming you all to the English news from Btv Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation (BPC) implementing 4 more projects to increase stock capacity of around 2.5 lakh tons of more fuel. Decision to restrict journalist access to Secretariat taken in view of safety and security after a fire incident, says Chief Advisor's press wing. Inter-Services Public Relations (ISPR) strongly protest report of Anandabajar Potrika online, terming misleading and baseless about Bangladesh Army. People to cast votes in daylight in next elections, says religious advisor Dr. A.F.M. Khalid Hussain. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir called for election as early as possible after necessary reforms. Israeli military operation puts Kamal Adwan Hospital, last major health facility in northern Gaza, out of service. And India trailed by 116 runs against Australia on day 3 of 4th test in Melbourne. Viewers, those were the headlines. Now moving on to the details. Bangladesh Petroleum Corporation (BPC) has a stock capacity of 13,08,800 tons of fuel. The state-run organization is implementing 4 more projects to increase in stock capacity. These projects will be able to ensure stock of 2,58,800 tons of more fuel. Chief Advisor's press wing in a statement said that the decision of restrict journalist access to the Secretariat was taken in view of the safety and security after the fire incident. It said the government will soon review the existing press education cards and invite fresh applications. In the meantime, temporary daily access cards will be issued by respective ministries for any press events, said the press wing. Inter-Services Public Relations (ISPR) has protested a news item of Indian newspaper Anandabajar Potrika. In a rejoinder today, the ISPR said this Indian media outlet published misleading and baseless information about Bangladesh Army. The ISPR said Bangladesh Army, as part of its regular activities, maintains friendly relationship with armed forces of different countries. No trainers, team, or representatives from Pakistan Army are arriving in Bangladesh for training at any cantonment. Such claims are baseless and beyond reality. Bangladesh Army procure arms and ammunition from different countries as per its necessity, added the ISPR. Anandabajar Potrika didn't take any comments or explanation from the ISPR before publishing the news. Most of those injured in the shootings by the police and supporters of the then-fascist government in the July uprising have returned to normal life. However, many injured are still being treated at various hospitals. Several wounded have already been sent abroad for better treatment. 16-year-old Roman Dali was seriously injured in police firing in the capital's Uttara during the student public movement. Since then, he is being treated at Shavar's Center for the Rehabilitation of the Paralyzed, CPR, with 8 bullets in his body. His relatives think Roman Dali should be sent abroad for better treatment. Not only Roman, like him, Leon, Mohibullah, Ryan, and 44 other students suffering from spinal cord injuries are undergoing treatment at the CRP. Can they ever return back to normal life? Worries are seen in their eyes and faces. Physicians said that it will take a long time for these bullet-hit patients to return back to normal life. Injured patients are being given free treatment by the government. July Shohid Shriti Foundation is also cooperating their treatment. All the injured will recover quickly and return to their families and become self-reliant. Expect all. The religious advisor Dr. A.F.M. Khalid Hussain said people will cast their votes in the light of the day after passing the night. Elections will be held at the end of next year or in January of 2026. He said this at the distribution ceremony of blankets among the poor and underprivileged families under the initiative of Madrasa Union Porishad of Shatkani Upazila of Chattogram today, mentioning that the government's journey is being obstructed through multifaceted movements and sabotages. The advisor said the saboteurs will not be spared in any way. Madrasa Jubo Unnayan Porishad President Jafar Ahmed presided over, while Chattogram Metropolitan Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Shahjahan Chaudhary, South District Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Anwarul Alam Chaudhary addressed the occasion held at the local Abu Huwaira Madrasa ground. Blankets were distributed among 1,000 poor families on the occasion. BNP Secretary General Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir called for election as early as possible after necessary reforms. He made the call at a discussion at the Jatiyo Press Club today, organized by Jatiyo Ganotantrik Party. He said, reform is an ongoing process. Election can't be stopped for this. Jatiyo Ganotantrik Party President Khandukar Lutfur Rahman presided over the discussion. BNP Chairperson's advisor Amanullah Aman, former Minister Mustafa Zaman Haidar, Jagapa General Secretary Zakir Hussain Riaz, among others, were present. Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami Amir Dr. Shofiqur Rahman said, the martyrs and injured of the July-August student uprising are national heroes. Those who have sacrificed so much for the country, they may have been object of anyone's mercy. Jamaat Amir said this at a program organized by Dr. South Unit for the injured and killed in July-August student uprising. Bangladesh Jamaat-e-Islami Central Executive Council member and Dhaka Metropolitan South Unit Amir Nurul Islam Bulbul presided over the program. Among others, Central Executive Council member Maulana Abdul Halim and the family members of the injured and killed in the July-August movement also addressed the occasion. Dr. Shofiqur Rahman said, Jamaat-e-Islami is standing by the martyrs and injured in the July-August revolution with all-out cooperation. The party will also stand by them in the post-treatment rehabilitation, he added. The speakers demanded the trial of the fallen autocratic fascist Aumi government and the official rehabilitation of the family members who were crippled and killed in the unpopular uprising. Bangladesh is set to become the world's 21st largest economy by 2039. London-based Centre for Economics and Business Research, CEBR, revealed the information in its recent report. According to the report, Bangladesh's economy is forecasted to outperform high-income countries like Switzerland, the United Arab Emirates, Sweden, and Belgium in terms of size in the next 15 years. Bangladesh's successful diversification beyond textiles into pharmaceuticals and electronics, supported by infrastructure investments and an expanding democratic and demographic dividend, will bring this achievement, it said. According to the report titled World Economic League Table 2025, the ranking is based on the size of GDP in current US dollars, with Bangladesh on track to become a 1.60 trillion US dollar economy by 2039. Now, international news. The World Health Organization said an Israeli military operation Friday targeting Hamas militants near the Kamal Adwan hospital has put the last major health facility in northern Gaza out of service. It also said 60 health workers and 25 patients in critical conditions, including those on ventilators, reportedly remain in the hospital. Israel's military claimed in a statement that the hospital had become a key stronghold for terrorist organizations and continues to be used as a hideout for terrorist operatives since Israeli forces began border operations in northern Gaza in October, though Hamas denied its militants were present in the hospital. A NASA spacecraft has made history by surviving the closest ever approach to the Sun. Scientists received a signal from the Parker Solar Probe just before midnight on Thursday after it had been out of communication for several days during its burning hot flyby. NASA said the probe was safe and operating normally after it passed just 3.8 million miles from the solar surface. The probe plunged into star's outer atmosphere on Christmas Eve, enduring brutal temperatures and extreme radiation in a quest to better understanding of how the sun works. NASA then waited nervously for a signal which had been accepted at 5 GMT on 28 December. According to the NASA website, moving at up to 430,000 miles per hour, the spacecraft endured temperatures up to 1,800 Fahrenheit. Now, sports news. Cricket. Nitish Kumar Reddy hit a Divyand Maidan century as India get back into the fourth test against Australian trailing 116 on day 3 in Melbourne Test. The 20-year-old all-rounder was on 103 not out, with India 358 runs, losing 9 wickets in response to Australia's 474. With the last Indian batter Mohammad Siraj at the other end, Reddy went on to bring up his Maidan Test 100 with a 4 of Scott Boland. A 127-run stand with Washington's Sundar fell 3 runs short of surpassing the record for India's highest 8th-wicket partnership on Australian soil. Reddy was the aggressor as they continued the fine batting form that has marked his debut series. Pat Cummins and Scott Boland took 3 wickets apiece for Team Australia.